Chapter 5. Nita. As Trish flew out of the dressing rooms, she saw Nita standing in the store entrance. The last shoppers were just leaving, and as Nita hurriedly closed and locked the doors, Trish reached her at last, grabbing her in a panic. What? Nita looked frightened now, and she was trying to pull out of Trish's grasp, trying to grab Trish around the shoulders. What is it? What's the... There's someone in there, Nita. What? Where? There, in the dressing rooms, watching me. Watching you? What are you talking about? Someone in there, I saw. Oh my God, are you sure? Nita gave Trish a firm shake. Stop it, Trish. Calm down. What? I'm not kidding, someone. That's impossible. Nita released her and started back through the store. I was just back there. No, Nita, don't go. Trish caught her again and jerked her back. You don't know what might happen. Call security, please. Again, Nita broke free and stalked determinedly toward the dressing area. Trish, I've been standing right there by the door the whole time. No one was in the dressing rooms except those girls, and then you. I know I'm right. I was back there. I don't care. Please don't go back there now. What was it? Nita was still heading toward the rear of the store, with Trish right on her heels. What did you see? Nothing. Trish burst out. She saw Nita stop ahead of her, saw her bewildered expression as she looked back over her shoulder. You saw nothing. Nita, this is no time to be technical. I know someone was watching me. I felt these eyes staring at me. I felt this draft and... Draft, Nita repeated dumbly. You felt a draft. Oh, I know it sounds crazy. You're right, Nita sighed. It does. It sounds crazy. She marched up to the doorway that led to the dressing rooms and stopped again, putting her hands on her hips. Hello, she shouted. Is anyone back there? Joke. Over. Whoever you are, do you hear me? Security's on their way, so get out of there now. Trish huddled against her, and they listened. The silence went on and on. Nita glanced at Trish and frowned. Maybe he's deaf. That's not funny. I didn't imagine it. I didn't say you imagined it. Come on. No, Trish reached for her friend's arm, but Nita shook her off and started down the hallway, slapping at the curtains on either side. Look, they're all open. How could anyone be hiding back here? The last one, on the left. The floor was ice cold. A breeze blew across my legs. Well, it's not cold now. Nita stooped down and ran her hand over the carpet. I don't feel any kind of draft. But Trish looked helplessly at Nita. I felt it. Okay, so where were you standing? In that room, and then in front of the mirror. Trish moved up alongside her friend and stared into the shiny surface of the glass. That mirror, Nita, I don't know, something about it made me feel so creepy. Your reflection, Nita joked. And then seeing the look on Trish's face was instantly contrite. I'm sorry. I know you're really upset about this, but there's nothing here. It's only 'cause of what happened to you before, Trish, that muffin man, and that weird call in the parking lot. You were back here by yourself, and you were probably thinking about it, and you started feeling all spooky about things. Well then, why don't I feel it now? Trish held up her arms in frustration, hardly even noticing when Nita leaned over and hugged her. Because I'm here, silly. Come on, stop worrying so much. It was a horrible joke, but he's gone now. Out of your life, whoever he was. Don't think about it anymore. You'll drive yourself crazy. Trish sighed, turning around, surveying the hall and the rooms on either side. I know you're right. I know none of this even makes sense. I'm not saying I don't believe you. But if someone was really in here, then where are they now? I was standing right outside with all those other people. If there had been a prowler in here, he would have had to go right past all of us. Trish stood there, staring. She felt Nita put a hand on her arm and pat her gently. That dress looks really beautiful on you. I think you should buy it. With what? Trish mumbled. My looks. No, your imagination. Nita grinned and reached out, forcing Trish to turn in a circle. I mean it. Really. You look like a queen or something grand like that. I just don't understand. Don't think about it, Nita said firmly. Get the dress. You know I can't afford it. Lay away. Mom would kill me. I'll never tell. Trish stole a last look in the mirror, saw her reflection there, like some magical stranger she'd never seen before. I do love it. I do too. But no. Firmly, she shook her head, ignoring Nita's look of disappointment. I better take it off before it enchants me or something. Okay, if you're going to be difficult. I'll just finish straightening up. No, without even thinking, Trish reached out and stopped her. No, wait for me here. Just let me get dressed, and then I'll help you clean. Nita grinned. Sure. It'll take me 2 years just to pick up all these clothes around here anyway. In half an hour, the store was put to rights again, and the girls locked up, strolling slowly down the deserted corridors of the mall. There was only one exit open after closing time, and that was by the theaters, a convenience for moviegoers whose chosen features ran late into the night. Pulling on their jackets, the two friends stepped out into the night, lowering their faces against the biting wind. The pale yellow moon was almost invisible now in the starless sky, and fog had begun to drift in, making the street lamps in the parking lots seem like tall, flickering candles. Want me to ride with you? Nita asked sympathetically, pulling her gloves out of her pocket, blowing on her fingers. I'm not sure you're in any shape to drive by yourself. We can go get something to eat, then you can bring me back to pick up my car later. Actually, yes. Trish gave her friend a grateful smile. This isn't like you. Nita frowned, shaking her head. You're the one who's usually so sensible. You're the one who's usually so calm in a crisis. I know, it's a curse. Every once in a while, I have to go a little berserk, just so you'll know I'm human. Trish laughed as Nita gave her a shove. The massive parking lot stretched out before them, strangely surreal in the fog. As the girls pushed their way through the small crowd of late-night moviegoers, the cars began to thin out and finally disappeared altogether. I hope your heater works for a change. Nita gritted her teeth as a sudden blast of wind pelted them with dust and dead leaves. Beside her, Trish pressed closer and thrust her hands deep into her pockets. You know, I can't make fancy promises. If it just gets us where we want to go, we'll be lucky. Where are you, anyway? About as far away as you can park and still work here, Trish said grimly. I was late getting here this afternoon. What can I say? She spotted her Mustang in the distance and unconsciously quickened her pace. Nita ran a little to keep up, stumbled, and promptly dropped her purse. Oh no, there goes my makeup, all my credit cards. Do you need some help? No, never mind. I think I've got them all. Here, use my flashlight. Are you sure? Thanks, yes, just keep going. I'm doing fine. Trish shook her head and kept on. Just be glad everything didn't fall out of that suitcase of yours. We'd be here for the next month. Well, I like to be prepared, Nita threw back, following her again. You just never know what might happen that you should be ready for. Too bad you don't have any hot dates in your purse. Trish laughed. Or any automatic A's for that big English test we're having next week. Or what's wrong now? Stopping, she glanced back, only to see that Nita had quit walking. The girl's head was raised slightly, as if she were listening to something Trish couldn't hear. Nita, she said again, starting back. Did you hear something? Nita frowned. No, like what? I don't know. After another moment of listening, Nita made a disgusted sound in her throat and started walking again, taking Trish's elbow and dragging her along. You've got me spooked tonight, Trish. I thought I heard, oh, never mind. What? Trish repeated, exasperated. She was running a little, just to keep up with Nita's quick pace. Nothing, footsteps, or something like that. Nothing. Trish's eyes widened, and she glanced around as Nita urged her on. There were only a few cars now, watching them, like crouched animals in the fog might watch, dull headlights like blank, dead eyes. Now you're imagining things. Yeah, I know, come on. Linking arms, they ran the rest of the way. As they neared the car at last, Trish found herself suddenly wondering if she'd remembered to lock it when she'd come to work that afternoon. Footsteps. Nita couldn't have heard footsteps. Trish reasoned to herself. There was no place out here for anyone to hide, except in the fog. And then, suddenly, he was there. Without warning, without the slightest sound, he was just there, materializing out of the fog like some phantom, standing motionless beside the car, while Trish's breath caught in her throat, and she tried to call out, tried to scream, but no sound came, nothing at all. And Nita stared, paralyzed, the flashlight trembling in her hand. Someone's breaking into your car, Nita murmured, and as Trish watched, the figure moved slowly toward them into the tiny pool of light.